In today's episode, we're going to be talking about clay bars and how to properly clay your car. Before you get into clay bar in your car, there's a couple of steps that you've got to take. The first being a thorough wash. It's important to make sure this is done perfectly and you don't miss any bits, because any dirt that's left on the vehicle could potentially be picked up and dragged across the paint at a later stage, causing scratches and swirls. A couple of other steps that we recommend you take before claying your car is the use of an iron contamination remover like our iron out. This will remove the sharpest type of contaminant commonly found present on vehicles' paintwork, iron and ferrous metal contaminants. Secondly, the use of a solvent tar remover if your vehicle's suffering from quite a lot of tar splatter on the lower areas and around the wheel arches. However, it's worth noting, if you do use a tar remover, you will need to rewash the car before the clay bar process. Before you get into it, you're going to need a few products. Obviously, you need a clay bar, but you also need a dedicated lubricant and some decent microfiber cloths too. So you need to take your clay bar and break around about a quarter off. Pop the rest to one side for use later on or next time you need to clay your car. Knead the clay bar out into a flat disc. Then the next step is to take your lubricant and spray an area around about 30 centimetres square. With the clay now flat, use one side, place it on the paintwork and go in straight lines. You don't need to apply pressure at this stage. Keep the lubricant with you and keep the area wet as you work. You'll actually be able to feel and hear the contamination coming off with a clay bar. It's also worth keeping an eye on the contamination picked up. You'll be able to see it on our clay bars as they're a white colour. Now, usually this will show up as a yellow. This is an indication of tree sap. The darker brown and black is obviously a sign of tar. And there's other colours you might find in there depending on whereabouts you are in the world. But mainly in England, it's going to be road tar and tree sap. As your clay bar gets contaminated, fold the dirty side to dirty side and knead it back out into a flat disc. It's very important you don't go using it and then just flipping the clay over and using the opposite side again, because then you've got two dirty sides and that bit of clay has to be thrown in the bin and you have to get a fresh piece. A piece of clay, if it's looked after well, will last you a good amount of time, actually years, if you're just caring for one vehicle and looking after the clay properly. It's worth noting though, if the clay bar ever touches the floor or you drop it by accident, it needs discarding and thrown in the bin. So there we have it, a quick and easy guide to using a clay bar on your car.